Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to learn about the Postman. We are going to see how we can download the Postman, what is the use of the Postman, and some of the basic features of the Postman. So what is the Postman? So Postman is basically a popular tool for the API development and the testing that allows the developer to build, test and modify the APIs. So it have the user friendly interface, so that's why it is more popular, and it sends the request to the API and receive the response, and making it easier to test endpoints without writing the code. So basically we will see all these points, like we will do like a API execution using the Postman, as well as I will explain you how you can automate your APIs also. So you can write the pre-request script for that, some assertions or validation you can do on whatever response you are getting. So everything we are going to see in this series. So basically Postman supports a various request methods like get, post, put, delete, patch. So if you not aware about basic APIs concept, then I'm making the next video about what is the API and what are the different the request method. Some of the basic concept I'm planning to cover in that video. I'm providing that link in the description here, so you can check that out if you not aware about the API at all. In this series I'm going to cover everything step by step from very basics, so you don't need to worry about, you just need to refer this playlist for everything about the API testing using the Postman. We will cover both the execution part as well as the automation part as well. So what exactly the key features of the Postman? So let's see that. Some of the key features you can see here. So the first thing is the collection. So collection is basically you are using for the organization. So organize requests in the group for the easier management. So that's why we use the collection. The second thing is environment. So environment, like you are working on the UAT environment or pre-prod environment on the production environment. So same APIs you need to execute for the different environment. So we can create a different environment for different API stages, as well as we can store the variables for the execution purpose. So that's the basically use of the environments. We will see everything this in a detail in the upcoming session. I'm just giving the overview in this session. So pre-request script is a basically you are running some script before running the actual script. So that is like some pre-requests are there. So suppose you want to do some database connection or anything before running your APIs, or any other pre-request that you want to complete before doing the actual execution, that you can write the code in the pre-request script. Then the next thing is a testing and assertion. So testing and assertion basically we will see this concept in the automation. So you can do the validation on whatever the response you are getting. Suppose 200 code we are getting or not, or we are getting the 400 or anything. So we can do that validations from the assertions. We can put those validations there. Collaboration is a basically you can share your collection and involvement with the team members. So you are working with the team and you want to share your work. In that case you can there is an option in the Postman. So basically Postmans promote the collaboration. Mock servers is a basically some of the API response. If you want to simulate that, then in that case you can use this mock server. So simulated API responses for testing without hitting the actual APIs. That's why we use the mock servers. So Postman can be used to streamline APIs development and testing and ensure the functionality of the service through testing and the collaboration tools. So that is the basically use of the Postman. So in this video, we are going to see how we use the Postman for the testing, and later we see how to download the Postman. So Postman is a widely used for API testing due to its flexibility and range of features it is offering. So let's see how it is used for the different kind of testing. So the first one is the functional testing. Okay, so for functional testing, you can send the request and check the responses in the functional testing. So in the send request, you can manually create API requests. For example, you can create a get request, post request, put, delete, any request you can create to check if the APIs is a functioning as a expected. And how we will identify if it is functioning as expected or not, by checking the response. So we are sending the request and what response we are getting. On that basis we will identify if it is properly functioning or not. So to check the responses, Postman shows the detailed response data, including the status code, header, response time, so you can verify if the API returns the correct information or not. So that is the basically how we can use the Postman for the functional testing. The next point is the automation testing. So as we already discussed, there is a pre-request script, there is a assertion we can put to understand what exactly the response we are getting. So in that way, we can automate our APIs. So how we can automate that, we will see in detail in the upcoming sessions. So there is a test tab. So Postman allow you to write a JavaScript based test that validate the response from the your API request. So basically, you need to use the JavaScript. In the test, you can write, suppose whatever the 200 OK response code I'm getting. Okay, I need to validate that. So I can write the code there using the JavaScript to validate whatever the code I'm getting as the response is what I'm expecting. Suppose if I'm getting 500 server error, then it will show my test is failed. Why it is failed? Because I'm not getting the proper response code. That's why it got failed. So basically, instead of seeing this or doing this functional testing or manually performing and hitting the APIs, you are automating that process by writing the script. Okay, so the next thing is the assertion. So you can create assertion to verify the response, status code, body content, header, or any part of the response. We can validate using the assertion. So there is a test collection. So you can group a request into a collection and you can run them in the sequence with a specific test for each request. So you can also automate this test collections using the collection runner. So basically, whatever the response we are getting, we can check the, we can put the assertion, we can write the pre-request script, then test also we can write. So we can automate whatever the we are doing using the functional testing. It's the same thing. We can automate those functionalities using the JavaScript. Okay. So the next part, we are using the Postman for the regression testing. So regression means whenever the new functionality is there, it is not breaking the existing functionality. So we are checking, there is a regression test suite will be there. So we are checking and running those test suite again. So what exactly will come under the regression testing? So we will rerun the test. So after changes in the API, you can rerun the collection to ensure that the existing functionality hasn't broken. And you can monitor that. So Postman allow you to set up monitors to periodically run API tests to detect any issue with an API in a production. So in that way you can perform the regression testing using the Postman. The next thing is the load testing. So load testing we can perform using a Postman with a new man. So while Postman itself doesn't handle the load testing, you can use the Postman collection with the Newman. So it is a Postman CLI tool. That also we will see in the details in the upcoming session. So for load testing, by running a multiple iterations of the test, we can run using the Newman. The next part is the integration testing. So before we move to the integration testing, one more thing is that we can check the performance also. So as I say, when we hit the request, as we get the response, we get the status code, we get the response body, and also we will see the time, how much time it is taking to get that response back. So in that time you will understand if that system is slow, if it is taking more time to get the response while when you are hitting the API. So from that you can understand the performance of your application as well. So let's talk about the integration testing. So Postman supports environment variable that you can switch between. So there are suppose different environment, like as we discussed, like dev, pre-prod, production. So to switch between the different environment to ensure your APIs work in a different stages of a development. How we can check the integration testing for the different environment, and you can test API in a conjunction with the other services and databases to validate the full integration workflows. So the next point is the security testing. So we can perform the security testing as well using the Postman. So basically you can test for the vulnerabilities such as authentication, access control, and the data exposure using the Postman. By sending unexpected data, for example, SQL injection or the large payload, you can check how the API handle the security threat that we can verify using the Postman. And the next and the last part is the mock testing. So mock testing is a basically Postman allows you to set up mock server to simulate API endpoints and the responses. So this can help us to test your front-end application without relying on actual back-end services being alive. So basically we are the mocking the server which are not available and we are proceeding with our testing. So that's the mock testing we can do using the Postman. So Postman simplifies the process of a testing APIs by making it easy to create, automate, and organize tests in a collaborative environment. So that's why Postman is a most popular tool for the API testing. So let's see how we can download the Postman. So for that you can directly search as a download Postman, and here you can see the download Postman get started for free. So basically Postman is available in two versions. So there is a Postman application, desktop application is available, or you can use their web version also. I think the better features you will get in the Postman your desktop application. So I'm going to download that today. If you want, you can use the web versions also. So once you click on that, now it started downloading. Once it is downloaded, then we will start again. So my exe file is a downloaded. So once the installation is completed and the application gets open on the desktop, you will see this home screen. Currently, I log in with my user ID, so you can log in with your email ID. So if you don't have the account created, then you can create a new account and then log in. So this is basically the how the home page look likes. For the Postman API related documentation is available here. So if you're interested in that, you can go through this. And you can see this header section is available. This is currently the home screen. We are interested in the workspaces. So let's see what exactly the workspace means. So in Postman, a workspace is a dedicated environment where you can organize and collaborate on the API development or the testing task. So workspace allow you to group related APIs requests, collection, environment, and other resources together in the one place. You can create a multiple workspaces to separate the different project or the task. Suppose right now I'm creating this just for the demo purpose. So I can create my workspace name as the demo. There is another work I'm working on, and I don't want that everything under the one workspace only. So I can create the another workspace. Here you can see already one workspace available named as the Postman testing. Suppose for the automation I want to create the different workspace, then I can create a different workspace, and whatever the scripts and everything related to the automation I will keep under that workspace. So basically, just to differentiate between your work, you can create this workspace. So currently I'm creating the new workspace. So you need to go here in the workspace, click on the create workspace. Here you will get the different option. You can choose between the template or you can choose the blank workspace as well. So currently I'm choosing the blank workspace. Click on the next. Once you click on the next, here you can put the name. So here I'm giving the name as the Postman demo, as I'm creating this just workspace just for the demo purpose. Here you can see there are different accesses available: personal, private, team, partner, and public. So let's see what are the these accesses are. So this private and the partner access is basically once you upgrade the plan or you are having the enterprise application, Postman application, then you are eligible to use these accesses. So currently we are using this free version, so we are not applicable to use these accesses. So let's discuss about the other accesses. So the first thing is the personal workspace. So this is used by an individual to manage API collections privately. So it is only accessible by the user who created it. Suppose if I created this workspace as a personal, then only I can use this workspace. No other person can use this workspace. So that is the personal workspace. Then there is a team workspace. So this team workspace is designed for the collaboration among the team members. So team members can share the collection, requests, and environment and collaborate on the API testing or development part. So basically, suppose that I'm working with my team. So whatever work I'm doing, I want to share with those guys as well. And collaboratively, we are working on the one project. In that case, you need to share your work, and you are as you are working on the one project only, it is necessary to share your work with your other team members as well. Then in that case, you can create this workspace as the team, and you can add the team members in that workspace, or you can give them the access to that particular workspace. So the next access is the public access. So accessible by anyone, allowing for the public sharing of APIs, collection, and workflows. So this is used when you want to expose your APIs to the community or demonstrate the use case. Suppose I did some good work in the Postman or in the API part, and I want to share that with many people. I want to post it somewhere, and I want to share it for the reference for the other people. Then I can use this public access, and I can give the link of my collection or my workspace to someone so that they can access this workspace, and they can take it as a for a reference. So in that case, if you want your workspace to share with anyone, whoever is having the internet access, they can check your this workspace. So in that case, you can give the public access. So workspaces enhances the productivity by keeping related resources together and making a collaboration more seamless. But currently, I'm giving the access as the personal, as this project I'm creating just for the demo purpose. So I don't need to give it as a public access. So I'm just creating as a personal access right now. So I'm clicking on the create button. Once I created, you can see this workspace screen, and here my workspace name as the Postman demo. Here you can see the copy link to workspace and you can give this link. Currently this is personal workspace, so no one can access this link. Here you can see there are different options available, like collection, environment, history. Even I'm enabling other options as well. So we will see that one by one. So collection, environment, then there are different variables. Everything we will see in the upcoming session. How to create a different collection and environment, what is the use of that, everything I'm going to cover in upcoming session. So there are different settings available. So if I click on the settings here, settings, so you will see there is a HTTP version request timeout. So basically currently it is given as the 0, but you can put here as the 10,000 second. So basically after 10 second, if I didn't get the response, then that request will get timeout. So in that way you can do the different settings from here. So we will see the settings once it is required. I will explain you how to modify this setting and what is the use of that. When you go to the about section, you will see what is the version currently I'm using. So currently I'm using the version 11.11.1. So this is the latest version as I downloaded the latest application from their Postman official website. So using this video in the future for the reference, and maybe you are using the upgraded version. In that case, there will be not many changes happen in the Postman. There might be slightly UI changes will be there, but the functionality wise it will remain the same. So if you want to know what exactly the use of the collection environment, how to do automation testing using the Postman, what is the pre-request script test, how to write using the JavaScript, so these videos are going to useful for you. So everything basics about the APIs, I'm planning to cover that in the next session. So if you're aware about the API things and you just want to cover the Postman, want to know about the Postman functionality, then you can skip the next session and you can start from the session 3. So that's it for the today guys. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you are interested in the Java, manual testing, automation testing, Selenium in those topics, so I have created already playlist for that. So I'm providing all those link in the description. So if you're interested about more Postman videos, so I'm creating this series. So make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and press that notification bell icon so you will get notified every time I will post the new videos. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.